Nestled within the glacial coulees of Saskatchewan's stunningly beautiful Qu'Appelle Valley are 4 lakes in a row: Pasqua Lake, Echo Lake, Mission Lake, and Katepwa Lake. They're collectively known as the fishing lakes, each separated only by a narrow land bridge, creating a true recreational paradise. Hey Grand Adventurers, welcome back. I'm your host, Mark Guido. And we're spending this week in Echo Valley Provincial Park, about an hour's drive northeast of Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. Come along. This episode of Grand Adventure is sponsored by Etrailer.com, where you'll find thousands of products for RVing, towing, camping, outdoor recreation, vehicles, boating, and more. Click the link in the video description or scan the code on your screen to shop Etrailer.com with Grand Adventure. The picturesque Qu'Appelle Valley served as a natural gathering place and transportation corridor for indigenous cultures for thousands of years. The valley provided shelter, abundant clean water, fish, and wildlife, standing in stark contrast to the harsh, windswept plains above. Following European settlement, the valley transitioned to a pivotal fur trading post and a cornerstone of early Canadian treaty history, and eventually the recreation hub that it is today. The name Qu'Appelle is French for "who calls" and is tied to a hauntingly beautiful indigenous legend that tells of a young warrior traveling down the river who distinctly heard his name being called. He shouted back, "Qu'Appelle," or "who calls," only to hear his own echo. Upon returning to his village, he learned that the young woman he was to marry had died at that exact moment, calling out his name with her final breath. The French fur traders later adopted the name for both the river and the valley, preserving the legend in the geography. Straddling both Echo Lake and Pasqua Lake, Echo Valley Provincial Park is the region's premier destination for outdoor enthusiasts. It provides excellent opportunities for setting up camp, exploring coulee trails, and getting out on the water. The park features sandy beaches on both Pasqua and Echo Lakes, separated by a narrow isthmus created by a pile of alluvium left behind during the last ice age, making it a perfect hub for swimming, kayaking, or launching a boat. The park's visitor center is the perfect starting point for its interpretive programs. The park's Ninja Warrior course is also found steps from the visitor center and offers a 50-foot zip line, bouldering wall, and obstacle slack line. We've made camp at Morningview Campground, which in spite of its name really has no special morning view. It's a small 14-site loop that contains the only full hookup sites in Echo Valley Provincial Park. Including taxes, our 30-amp full hookup site here cost us $355 Canadian for the week, or around $37 US per night at today's exchange rate. The trees here are short enough that they don't substantially impact a roof-mounted Starlink, and our transfer speeds have been fantastic. Our Verizon phones are roaming on Saskatchewan, and we're getting 3 bars of 4G signal, delivering impressive transfer speeds of 236 megabits per second down and 11 megabits per second up. We'll show you other camping options within the park, explore the history of nearby Fort Qu'Appelle, and more, following an important message from our valued video sponsor, Etrailer. Whether you need products for your RV, boat, trailer, vehicle, hunting and fishing, off-roading, and more, our video sponsor Etrailer has you covered. Best of all, you'll find over 100 US-based enthusiast customer service reps ready to help via phone, chat, or email, both before and after the sale. These folks have used themselves the products that you're shopping for, and you won't find a more knowledgeable team anywhere to help you with your outdoor project. Click the link in the video description or scan the code on your screen to shop etrailer.com with Grand Adventure. All told, the provincial park includes some 425 campsites throughout 9 campgrounds. Valley View, immediately adjacent to our loop, Morningview, is the largest campground in the park, offering 245 sites, predominantly electric only, with water hydrants scattered about. Despite its name, it has no valley view. It also has less privacy than the 14 sites in Morningview offer. What it does have is the only laundry facility within the park. And with the size of Valley View, you're likely to be driving to the laundry room anyway, whether you're camped in Valley View or elsewhere. Aspen Campground features 81 electric-only campsites, including wheelchair-accessible facilities, with water hydrants scattered throughout. I think that I did see an aspen tree or two in the general vicinity. Lakeview A and B campgrounds are the closest to the beach, containing 22 electric sites in Section A and 63 sites, a mixture of electric and unserviced dry camping in Section B. You can easily walk to the beach, especially from the sites in Section A, but don't believe the campground's name, for there is no view of the lake from any of these sites. If you're going to dry camp, our favorite sites here line the edges of the wide open grassy fields of Lookout Point Campground. Some of these sites even have a view between the trees of the lakes below. And for once, the name actually means something, because it's at, wait for it, Lookout Point. This is our only stop in Saskatchewan where we've had a minimal selection of retail and services in close proximity, including both a small supermarket and a hardware store for essentials, only 6 miles away from camp in the town of Fort Qu'Appelle that occupies the narrow strip of land separating Echo and Mission Lakes. There are numerous small restaurants in town. While we found most of them personally uninspiring, at least from a cursory glance, there's an exceptional Vietnamese restaurant that we can highly recommend. And also unexpected on the flat prairie of Saskatchewan, Mission Ridge is a small ski area right on the outskirts of town overlooking Mission Lake. The runs may be short, but the nearby alternatives are few. As the fur trade expanded westward across North America in the late 1700s, the Hudson's Bay Company and its rival, the Northwest Company, both recognized the strategic value of this valley. Several temporary trading posts were established in this region starting in the late 18th century to trade with indigenous hunters for bison meat, pemmican, and furs. In 1864, the Hudson's Bay Company established a permanent post at the present site of the town, officially naming it Fort Qu'Appelle. It operated as a major distribution hub for the surrounding plains. A tangible piece of this era still survives today, the Fort Qu'Appelle Museum, which incorporates an original 1874-75 stockaded Hudson's Bay Company post annex, which stands as the oldest remaining Hudson Bay building in Saskatchewan. Exhibits house a diverse collection of pioneer artifacts, Northwest Mounted Police history, and indigenous pieces detailing the signing of Treaty 4. The mid-1870s brought monumental geopolitical changes to the region as the Canadian government sought to open the West for settlement. In September 1874, Fort Qu'Appelle became the historic site for the negotiation and signing of Treaty 4, also known as the Qu'Appelle Treaty. Over several days, Queen Victoria's commissioners met with Cree, Saulteaux, and Assiniboine chiefs. The treaty covered over 75 square miles of what is now southern Saskatchewan. To maintain order during these transitions and enforce the treaty, the newly formed Northwest Mounted Police, later the RCMP, established a permanent detachment at Fort Qu'Appelle in 1876, cementing the site's role as a regional administrative center. By the 1880s, the fur trade was winding down. replaced by a massive influx of European agricultural settlers. The arrival of the Canadian Pacific Railway just south of the valley in 1882 accelerated this growth, turning Fort Qu'Appelle into a bustling supply depot for homesteaders heading north. We'll have more for you from Saskatchewan's scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, right after we take a quick ad break to pay the bills. So stay tuned. Situated just minutes east of Fort Qu'Appelle is the historic village of Lebret, where the striking fieldstone Sacred Heart Roman Catholic Church was built in 1925 and dominates the lakeside landscape. It's the Catholic mission that once stood here that provided the name of Mission Lake. The site is highly regarded for both its architecture and the sweeping vistas available to those who explored the Stations of the Cross Trail, a switchback walking path that ascends the steep hill directly behind the church. Reaching the top of the trail leads to a small, iconic white chapel, offering the single best panoramic view of Mission Lake and the surrounding valley. Located just a short drive further down the valley, Katepwa Provincial Park is a lively day-use park, centered around one of the most popular and expansive sandy beaches in the region. This week's early June weather isn't very summer-like, but in season, it reportedly has an energetic summer atmosphere, backed by local services and dining right near the shoreline. So, we truly hope that you've enjoyed visiting the beautiful Qu'Appelle Valley with us at Echo Valley Provincial Park. We're going to get packed up here and head east into Manitoba to Riding Mountain National Park. So if you're not yet a grand adventurer, there is no better time than right now for you to go smash that little subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be sure that you never miss a grand adventure, which we premiere right here every Wednesday evening. We'd also be honored if you shared the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. But if you enjoyed this episode from the Qu'Appelle Valley, please be sure to give us a huge thumbs up down below. And while you're down below, that's where you'll find the comment section where we'd love to hear from you each and every week. So until next Wednesday from Riding Mountain National Park, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.